Hello. Hi guys, we'll try this again. Welcome back to Crypto News. I'm your host today, Crypto Chester. We're going to be doing a live stream and we're going to be discussing Bitcoin. We're going to be discussing the price of Bitcoin. We're also going to be doing some altcoin analysis, looking at altcoins from a technical analysis perspective, looking at trades. And also, while I'm doing all of these things as well, we're going to be playing some cash poker. The cash poker that we're currently playing today is blinds. Well, it's no limit hold'em, and it's $100 max buy. Okay, $100 max buy, and the stakes are 50 cents to $1. And as you can see, I am short stack on the table, bought in with $40 here before the stream, and basically just sat here, played a few hands, basically getting everything ready. I like to come in with sort of being the small stack, and then I like to build it up, like we did see on the previous stream on this channel, growing it up, and yeah, just kind of how I like to play. But yeah, we'll be doing that as well as basically just doing some trading and stuff like that as well. Before we go any further, guys, I do want to just emphasize the platform that we are playing on today. They offer cash games of poker, tournaments, casino, live casino, and also crypto futures. This is a brand new feature here on the platform here, crypto futures. Basically, it's essentially leveraged trading with your favorite cryptocurrencies here on a platform that supports all different types of activities, so to speak. And they also do gambling like sports books as well. Now, it is the only platform that I know of that actually offer 1000x leverage, which in my opinion is absolutely crazy. I don't know why anyone would want 1000x leverage. But if you're super sure on a position and you're down for that scalp, then hey, you do you. But yeah, you can trade 1000x leverage, and this is the platform that we're going to be using today for poker, for trading, and all of that good stuff. Okay. Now, also, guys, if you guys did want to join the platform, I know you don't want to be shilled to, but if you did want to join the platform, you can actually get huge deposit bonus. So if you join the platform, deposit say $2,000, you're actually going to get a welcome bonus up to $2,000 on top of your deposit. So you can actually deposit and then withdraw, and then basically just trade or gamble with the bonus. Okay, so it's completely free to do that. If you guys do want to do that, go check that out. All the links are in the description. But let's bring up that hand of poker just in case. There you go, I had a straight, lovely. But yeah, let's start today's stream off with basically a Bitcoin breakdown from a technical analysis standpoint. I'm not calling Ace 2 under the gun, no thank you. From a technical analysis standpoint, because we have had a very sort of interesting day, so to speak, here for Bitcoin. Obviously, we all-time high as well, which again, very exciting stuff. But I do want to mention about the momentum of Bitcoin right now, and it does seem to be gradually slowing down, so to speak. Okay, so let's just get into a Bitcoin update and let's see where this thing takes us, and then we're going to go into the shorter term time frames here for Bitcoin and sort of look for a Bitcoin scalp if we can. That would be really good. Okay, so right now I'm actually going to bring up CoinMarketCap as well. Didn't actually get around to doing that. 9-2 on the big blind here. Absolutely not. Not going against a 3-bet and an empty table. It's not worth my time. But yeah, let's talk CMC here as well there, guys. So we've got this here, and let's look at the market cap for the whole crypto market. Okay, so it actually recently got to $4 trillion here, which is unbelievable, so to speak. It's a very good figure here. And well, I thought it got even higher, nearly 4.2 trillion. But recently, in the last sort of day, we have seen this absolutely crash off a cliff. You can see pretty much the whole market right now is taking a bit of a downswing. Okay, nothing too crazy here. Obviously, the blue chips are really holding their own, like the Trons or like the Ethereum. But other assets on the lower end of the scale, lower end of the spectrum here, are getting wrecked, so to speak, as well. Okay, so you see Kaspa down literally nearly 8%, Algorand 8%, VeChain nearly 7%, Pengu nearly 12% there. Just unbelievable wreckage for a lot of people trading. And it's absolutely fine for this to happen, guys. I just want to reiterate this, that a pullback from all-time high Bitcoins and some quite attractive price action for altcoins is completely natural. If you look at the grand scheme of things, SUI, for example, this lovely chart that we like here, and you can see a pullback from literally, was it $4.10 or something? Yeah, $4.16 To have a pullback down to $3.76 is completely minor, okay? And completely minor compared to the period. Do you remember the period of May, June into July? It was just a very, very boring time for crypto. It was everything basically retraced. I think it was like 50% or something ridiculous here. Yeah, 46%. It just wasn't a good time across the board. So if like we obviously everything's a sea of red right now, but it's really not that big of a deal considering how much the price has gone up in recent in recent time frames. Okay, the last 2 weeks have just been pretty bullish for pretty much everything. Okay, so yeah, overall the market is pulling back today, but it's absolutely fine. I just want to reiterate, it's absolutely fine for this to be happening, and it's actually very, very healthy for this to be happening. I think I'm missing out on poker hands here. Yeah, I'm missing out on poker hands. That sucks. Okay, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep it on another screen, and then anytime, oh, Bitcoin's literally dumping as I'm talking, and then anytime I get a hand, I'm just going to drag it over because it's not updating it in real time onto the screen. Before it will flash onto the screen, and then I would basically take the trade, but it's not doing that today, which sucks. Okay, so I've just been dealt a queen and a 3. I'm going to be folding that hand. I am in position, but the hand is trash. So, okay. But yeah, let's crack on with Bitcoin here and let's see where we are at. So Bitcoin currently priced at $117,800. On the daily, you've got MAs, you've obviously got the 21 EMA, you've got the 7 SMA, which we've currently lost, I must say, and also the 55 EMA. Now, what is interesting to me right now is we recently tested the 55 EMA with quite a lot of momentum to the upside. Enough momentum, in fact, for us to slap all-time highs for Bitcoin. Not an insane difference from the previous all-time high. Just going to bring up the poker table again, guys. You can see I've got an ace and I've got an 8. Not the best hand in the world, but I'm trying to play some hands here on stream. So yeah, I'm going to 3-bet. We can play this hand out together. I'm not really in position, but I'm not quite under the gun. I'm basically mid, right? It's not favorable. It's not really against me that heavily. But yeah, 3-bet is, I believe that if you're playing a hand of poker, you should always raise. You shouldn't come in weak at all. That's how I play. So if I'm playing, I will always 3-bet in because there's a chance it creates that value bet scenario. And as you can see, everyone just folded. Didn't have the best cards in the world, but it still took down like a couple of dollars in profit from the pot without risking out my own bankroll. Okay. Now I'm definitely out of position. I'm under the gun, which is basically the position after the big blind. And you're basically under the gun. You're out of position. If I was to raise here, I would then have to wait. Say if I had like, I don't know, pocket queens or pocket jacks or something, I would then have to wait for the whole table to make their move before I go again, right? It's not a great position to be in because if someone's sat with pocket aces, then they'll raise massively. And if I was in position, they would have already raised and I would have likely folded at that point, right? So you can see I'm on the big blind now, 2-9, pretty crap cards. I know the worst hand in poker is 7-2, so I'm nearly there. Yeah, I'm just going to check this. Pretty terrible. He's probably going to raise into me. I'm just going to, I'll just fold it, man. It's not worth the time on the 2 and a 9. But yeah, back to Bitcoin here. Hold on, let me bring up that poker table on another screen. Yeah, so back to Bitcoin here. Let's see what we're working with here because I do want to try and find a bit of a little scalp on this stream, which would be good. You can clearly see there is confluence here in this trend line in terms of resistance here. See this hand? Not for me, thank you. Not on the Queen of 3. So you can see out of the resistance that was found in previous price action from this zone actually caused Bitcoin to dump roughly around 6.37%. Now on this trend line as well, previously it actually dumped 11% or 12%. Near enough. So what is this telling us? It's telling us that the momentum to the downside seems to be getting weaker. Okay, it does seem to be getting weaker, which is a good sign. Okay, it is a good sign for Bitcoin, basically showing that the pullbacks are not as strong, which is good. But also we need to take into consideration as well, guys. Just going to bring up the poker table quickly because I do have pocket jacks. Very nice, and I'm not quite in position, but I'm in a better position than under the gun, right? So as I said, we're going to go straight in with a lovely 3-bet. Raise $3. Love to see it. Just going to have a drink while we're doing that. See how this goes. Oh, he's raised me £8.50. Love to see it. Okay. See how this hand plays out. Oh, that sucks. They're representing king ace or ace ace or king king or queen queen. And unfortunately, I'm not going all in on jack jack. Not. Oh, that sucks, man. Didn't let me have a longer timer there. I'm going to watch this hand quickly because he's probably going to fold. Because there's a huge bet to take that table down. There we go. Yeah. So he was representing basically ace ace. I'm having some connection issues. Good stuff. I do find that with my internet. Like, I have 1 gigabyte of internet, but like 1 gigabyte of MB, but it's just there's drops in the connection, which sucks. But yeah, anyway, back to Bitcoin here, because Bitcoin, as I said, the momentum to the downside is getting smaller, but vice versa, the momentum to the upside seems to be slowing down as well. Okay, so you can see we obviously had a 50% gain there from the April lows. 50% gain on Bitcoin. Sounds a bit mental. 73. Yeah, that's right. See what? 50% gain on Bitcoin from April to where it is now. Okay, obviously that was in May, and from this low, when we saw that initial pullback, it was a 24% gain here, and since then we've seen a pullback. We've seen a new higher low be confirmed here, and you can see it's actually a 10% move to the upside. Now this tells us, guys, in the most recent sort of uptrend here for Bitcoin, we are basically seeing essentially the momentum is slowing down to the upside. Okay, I'm not saying it's over, I'm just saying it's slowing down. Usually when momentum starts to slow down, I'm not saying that we're going to enter like a bear market or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's likely that we are going to have some shorter term or sort of longer term reversals, or potentially longer term consolidation periods. Okay, and the sorry, the poker hand, and what I'm talking about here is periods of not so much uncertainty but patience. Okay, and these are the areas I'm talking about. So you can see here we clearly had an area where we consolidated, and we basically just kind of headed down for a short period of time. This is probably what is going to start happening soon when Bitcoin does get to that all-time high level, and the fundamental markets start to really get shaken up a bit. Obviously, you've got Putin meeting with Trump, and then you've got Zelensky as well getting involved, trying to stop the Ukrainian war. When the news starts publishing all this stuff, naturally you have the uncertainty in the market, and you've got obviously UK and Palestine and Israel and all this other stuff going on. So it's very, very interesting to see how these fundamentals are playing out and how it's affecting the market. Now, usually when this does happen, guys, the markets tend to either go down or they tend to go sideways. Okay, so right now what we're probably going to see is probably what we are seeing now. We've all-time high for Bitcoin. Now we're very, very likely to see us probably head down for the short term here, consolidate in this area, likely probably forming some sort of I don't know what they call parallel channel here in this area, probably doing something along the lines of this, and then we'll probably see a breakout in a month or a couple of weeks or so. Okay, I'm not saying that it's over by any means. I'm just saying right now it looks like momentum is slowing. The points that I really want to reiterate here for Bitcoin just in general is sorry, I'm on the big blind here and I got pocket tens, so we are going to play this hand. Very nice. Love to see pocket tens on the big blind in position, essentially. Well, not in position, but in a better position because I've already put money in the pot. Yeah, so it looks like everyone's going to fold. Brilliant. classic big blind behavior here when you have pockets, right? Hopefully he raises into me and I'll just hit him back with another raise because he probably thinks I've got dog or bad cards or whatever, right? Usually you would try and bully the big blind in this position to try and get his capital that he's forfeited already to put in. Yeah, there we go. That's him trying to bully me, thinking I've got basically crap cards. Then I'll come over the top and basically raise him $10 because I think that he's bullying me and he's basically got nothing. But he probably wants me to fold essentially because I would have already been at risk and the likelihood of having bad cards on the big blind is quite high. That's the theory anyway. He could be sat with pockets, he could be sat with really good cards, and that's when you need to begin reading it. It'll probably fold. We shall see. Be good if he doesn't fold. There we go, fold. Easy, easy game. And I just basically take the money off him for trying to bluff me, so to speak, right? Small blind, queen, and a jack. I'm going to leave that on the side and see how everyone plays. But while that's doing its thing, I'm going to go to the shorter term timeframes here for Bitcoin, because I do want to get into and look at potentially a trade, okay, a short-term trade here for Bitcoin for this stream, because we are going to be trading over on basically coin futures here, okay, and you can see basically on this platform you can leverage 1000x, which is just absolutely crazy here, which I won't be doing on the stream, but this is interesting. I'm just going to check, see what he's got. Yeah, there you go. Lovely little value bet. Takes the pot down. No problem. Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to be trading here on coin futures here. A new platform. Massive deposit bonus if you guys want to go check that out as well. Let's have a little look at Bitcoin, see how she is behaving. I'm actually going to open up a different Bitcoin chart here. I'm just going to bring it up on my general trading view here because I've got some fresh TA here. Oh, hold on, poker's going off at me. 2-9, no, I'm gonna fold that. Okay, let's look at some trades here. Let's jump right down to the shorter term time frames and let's see what Bitcoin is currently doing here. Okay, obviously we all-time high, really, really good. Massive, very, very aggressive smart money dump this morning here. Well, this afternoon. Very, very aggressive, guys. I'm talking it literally dumped down in 2 hours time. Well, less than that actually. It was half an hour. It went down literally like 2.5% near enough. Crazy stuff. Now afterwards we have obviously seen smart money selling off here, and then usually you just get the retail sort of tinkering out. So what's likely to happen now is either basically a pullback up to the 21 EMA, because we've just reclaimed the 7 SMA. So it could be a little long scenario here, worth around 0.41%, or we are going to basically see a break on the shorter term time frame, and I'm talking literally like the 5 minute here. I've got an ace and an 8 here on the old poker, so let me just jump on that quickly. I'm going to go into this with a 3-bet, quite easy. Because he's taking his time. Yeah, going with a 3-bet. Love to see it. Okay, so what we're sort of looking for here for a trade on Bitcoin right now is going to be basically a scalp, right? So you can see symmetrical triangle chart pattern at the bottom of a downtrend, guys. It basically means it's a bearish pennant chart pattern. Oh, I guess I won that hand then. When did that happen? So you see previous hands. Yeah, show hand history. Here we go. Collected from pot 510. Okay, I guess someone shoved. Who knows? But yeah, anyway, I won, took it down, no problem. But yeah, so you can see bearish pennant chart pattern, guys. Bearish pennant chart patterns tend to usually mean to the downside. This is the break that we're looking for. If that is going to happen, then there is going to be a lovely little short position that we can be getting involved with there. I'm actually on the big blind here with pretty crappy cards, which sucks. But this could be the move for Bitcoin that we could be looking for here. Okay, there could be a break to the upside. It's not going to be very big here, and it is probably going to be worth 0.29%, or we're going for a 0.26%, whichever side breaks first. Big blind against over a 3-bet with a 10 and a 3. No, thank you. If you guys do like this sort of content, make sure you slap a little like on it. It does help us out in terms of streaming. I'm streaming on Crypto News twice a week now. If you guys do want to turn notifications on as well, that would be cool. So what we're looking for here, I need to check volume weighted average true range bands here for a bit more of a detailed analysis here. So you can actually see we've got the 1 minute, wait, let's get rid of that for a second. We've got the 1 minute volume weighted ATR band right down here. And this is a very, very reactive indicator, guys. Okay, it's super, super reactive and does, oh, come on, I'm gonna call that, why not? Oh, I missed it. That sucks. Oh, I'd have missed anyway. Yeah, it's a super reactive indicator that does work throughout throughout trends and catching rebounds and stuff like that. It's very important, and it's also it's measured on both sides. Okay, so you've got the 1 minute here, so you can see we came up to that 1 minute after a massive move, after reclaiming this this 1 minute volume weighted ATR band. You can see the rejection we got off that one, very clean. Okay, so right now we're not actually playing on any sort of rejection here. We're just simply consolidating back into these bands here, and we look like we're going to head down. So the short position that I would be looking for here would actually be down to the volume weighted ATR band, and that would be worth 0.27%. If we're looking at what's called the quantum eye indicator, you can see we do have momentum trends coming through here. So you can see here we've got momentum to the upside, short momentum to the upside, which could pose, wow, I've got pocket kings in position. Lovely stuff there. We're going to be going to play this like a rookie, I think. That would be quite fun. I'm going to play this like a rookie. I'm just going to check in, hopefully get someone to hit, and then I guess bet into them. That's going to be fun. Okay, right. So usually in this position you would overbet the pot, but that's boring. no one's called. No one's bet here. So I'm just going to play it super chill. I want one of them to hit, and then I ideally will hit higher with my kings. And yeah, there we go. Hit 3 of a kind on the flop. Love to see it. Hopefully he has got like an ace or an ace-5 or something like that, which would be cool. I'm going to check into that, see if he can raise into me now. Ideally, I want him to try and push me off. If he checks, then I'm going to have to raise. There we go. He's trying to raise into me. Perfect stuff. It's what we want. Ideally, I don't want him to have a heart. That would suck, because then if he's got 2 hearts, then he would be 1 off a flush. There we go, cool. And there is his flush draw. Hate to see that. So this is going to be a horrible hero call if he does raise me like crazy, because he might have a flush. There we go. It's worth a call. Okay, it's worth a call. It's nothing. It's not like a massive overbet the pot. He would overbet a lot more here, I think, with a flush. So I am actually going to raise into him as if I've got that flush with $13. See how he reacts to that. Might push me all in. Who knows? But I'm happy with that. 3 of a kind. I just think he would have raised way more with higher cards on the table, because he would have thought that I would have called. Say if I had like a king and an ace and he had a flush, he would have raised really big and I would have probably called. So that's why I know that I can basically re-raise him in that position there. 9-10 fold. Okay, love to see it. Now back to Bitcoin. Okay, quite enjoy this back and forth scenario. It's quite fun. So you can see the momentum here for Bitcoin here on the short term is coming up to a point of resistance. We did test it before, didn't get what we were looking for. Stochastic again in the central point. That could go either way. Money flow is to the upside as well, so that's a bullish sign on the short-term time frame. Overall, it's very hard to. I mean, there's no gauge as to where Bitcoin's going to be going right now, apart from these trend lines. Okay, obviously we look at a few other indicators and stuff like that, but right now it's looking pretty furry for Bitcoin just in general. I do like a short position down. Have lost. Which volume weighted ATR band is that? Is it 3 minute? Yeah, it's 3 minute. We've lost the 3 minute to the downside here, which is good news. Yeah, I'm going to get into a short position here. Nothing too crazy. Let's have a little look. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at Bitcoin here, and I'm going to be folding that poker hand. Love to see it. And I'm looking for a short position to the downside. It's going to be a manual close from myself. I'm going to be going in with, I don't know, say $40. Yes. We'll do $25. $25, not $250. Again, nothing crazy, just messing around. And going to be going for, I really hate big leverage, guys. You can even go 1000x here, it's just nuts. So my bust price would be 18.7, 19. I do like the idea of a high risk position here. So let's up the, just for entertainment purposes, right? Let's take that to 45 bucks and let's up the risk. God damn, that's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna go, oh, I'm missing my entry like a champion here. So we'll just do that. There we go, we're in. We're in 171x leverage, and the bus price here is 17,985. The entry was 17,564, and we're big blind as well. Good to see. In with around 45 bucks. Yeah, you can see here. And our TP, what we're going for here is 17,438. Okay, 17,438. This is a manual trade here over on. I've got a position here, so let's see. I'm gonna fold. It's overbet the pot massively. Yeah, it's gonna be a manual close here for this trade. Ideally, we see continued downside here for Bitcoin, which would be great. It's looking hopeful. And you can see that from this horizontal, which we're currently sat on right now, which is bullish for our position, because you can see momentum here, momentum here, momentum here. This is literally showing that momentum is basically slowing down from this trend line. Oh, we're going to get involved with this position. Why not? Bit of an ace and an 8. Missed on the flop. Going to check it off. Hopefully he checks it off as well. What is Bitcoin doing? Come on. Let's see that 17,438. That's what we're looking for here. Oh, I should have raised this guy. Looks like he's timing out. Maybe that's what he wants me to think. Oh, we'll 3-bet. What's Bitcoin doing? Yeah, it shows momentum is dying from this zone. Oh, they called me. What a champion. Yeah, it's a check. I'm not raising into him. He'd probably call me. He checked it off with the queen. Classic. Yeah, I think even then, if I'd have really pushed with that king, he probably would have called me. Because of the flush draw that was on the table, it looked like I was sort of representing the flush, and it would look like a bluff as well. So you can see here for Bitcoin, let's jump down for 1 minute, see how this is behaving. I do want to get rid of all this coloring I just did. Ace 3 suited, 1-off position. I like a 3-bet. So the position for Bitcoin right now is a short position. We're probably going to see a bit of momentum here to the upside. Probably going to test the 7 SMA, maybe even come up to the 21. But overall, it does look like we are going to see downside. Now, the downside move for this pattern is actually pocket 6s. I guess I took down that last pot. Is that right? Yeah, collected from the pot. Love to see it. Yeah, I'll 3-bet just for, because we're streaming. Usually I probably wouldn't play that, not in that position. But yeah, the measure move for Bitcoin right now is probably something along, well, no, it's definitely something along the lines of this. You can see it's from the top side here to the bottom side of this chart pattern. Is a bearish pennant chart pattern. Bearish pennant chart patterns, guys, tend to mean continuation to the downside. I missed my 3 of a kind, which sucked. My set on the flop, didn't get it. Hopefully it's a check. Family check around, that'd be great. And then hopefully I can hit my 6 on the turn. Fingers crossed. Or it's a low card and I can value bet, but it's a low card. Oh, he's value betting me. And I have basically bottom pair, so yeah, I'm going to fold. Okay, right. Where is our Bitcoin trade and what is it doing? See, our P&L is minus $2. Yeah, minus $2, but this is the measure move down. The measure move is actually worth more than our current position here. So you can see here, the measure move is actually down to 17.2, and what we are looking at for our trade, just getting loads of notifications here. Our trade, what we're really going for here is this volume weighted ATR band. This is a 0.27% move. I think our entry was, oh, hold on. It's pretty awful actually. We got in just as it was dumping, which sucked. And I just needed to get in to show you guys on the stream, because usually I'd usually wait, right? I usually wait for a perfect entry and stuff like that. But we've tried this a few streams now, and we're just not getting entries. It sucks, right? So yeah, need to get into some trades here. So you can see we're up $2 now. Let's go. Nothing crazy, but just shows a bit of energy for this position. So we're going for our closing trade is going to be 17.48. Sorry, 17.38. There it is. Perfect. We'll cash out there. Love to see it. That is our TP smashed. Really good stuff there, guys. Look at that. Super clean. Yeah, it continues to dump here, and this is going to show you how valuable this 1 minute volume weighted ATR band is. It's just God mode. So yeah, it's continuing to dump, which is fine. We hit our TP, we made the money, we executed the trade, we did our TA, we executed the edge. We did probably 0.13% at 170x leverage, crazy stuff. But still, we made money. The trade was a success. We did our TA and everything worked. This is probably going to continue down very aggressively now, because we have lost and closed under the 1 minute volume weighted ATR band here. But overall, successful stream. We're up on poker. We were up on poker. We joined with $40. And yeah, you can see our blinds do eat you. And in that position, we did, let's see if I can, no, I can't check. If you guys do want to trade coin poker, or sorry, it's crypto futures on coin poker on this platform, you can do that. The links are in the description. But what you need to go and check out here is their massive promotion, guys. They do have, actually, if you're into poker, I don't know if you're into poker, but they have free roll tournaments. So you can actually sign up and you can join tournaments for free and earn money while playing, right? So it's completely free to do that. If you want to do that, guys, you can go check it out. If you haven't got any money, it's absolutely fine. I overbet that too much. I was going to do $3, not $4. He's probably going to call me. Hopefully he doesn't, and I can take it down, but looked a bit obvious. Yeah, there you go. Takes it down. Lovely. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, there's actually 2,000%. What was it? 150% welcome bonus to any new people that sign up. Nice cards. King Queen suited, worth a 3-bet. Just 1 out of position is fine. But yeah, we executed our Bitcoin trade. Things went well. And look, this just shows you the power of the 1 minute volume weighted ATR band. You can see now we've closed above it. We will bounce way up now. We'll bounce right the way back up to our entry point. You can see this is literally written in stone here. It's quite an aggressive raise from a small blind with pretty much nothing to go on. Just trying to buy the pot, I think. I was hoping for a diamond or a better card than that. Yeah, I don't think I can carry on with this trade. Look at that Bitcoin move, man. Yeah, I can't. He was a small blind. He probably hit. Yeah, he probably had like ace-8 or something like that, or ace-4. His F-all was better than my F-all anyway. Lost a couple of bucks. It is what it is. Sometimes you got to take the hit. But yeah, this shows you the value of that volume weighted ATR band, guys. Okay, so if you're just joining the stream, guys, we actually executed this this lovely short position from this bearish pennant chart pattern down. It was super clean. Made the money, cashed out, and then you can see Bitcoin's reversing like crazy here. And this is why it's super important to cash out when you're in that profit and you hit that take profit that you're going for. This player is just really trying to bully people now. Got the same crap floppers before as well. That's crazy. Terra 6s is what I had. Let's see how we go. I'm not in this hand, but this guy's super aggressive. I'm quite surprised he hasn't raised. There we go. There's the big raise. Hopefully Pot Maxer will call him. Nice pot. 62 bucks. Something like that. 63 bucks. No, 62. No, 63. Fold. Takes it down. Interesting. Some pretty aggressive poker from him. Jack 8 out of position. I'm going to be folding that there. Love to see it. See Jazz B saying, hello brother. Hello brother, nice to see you on the stream. If you could drop a like on the stream, that'd be great. And you actually just missed us execute a really clean short position here for Bitcoin. And you can see we did the TA, we had a symmetrical triangle chart pattern at the bottom of this downtrend here. And that basically means it's a bearish pennant chart pattern. We did the measure move here. The measure move was literally like this. So our entry would have been here. Super clean move down, and we executed the trade over on crypto futures here, which is the link is in the description for that. And close bets here, you can see that that we did actually execute that. Here our entry point was 17.5. Our exit price was 17.4. 171x leverage here. I'm just going to get into a poker trade here. Hold on. Poker position. He's out of position of raising $2. That's just super random. You should 3-bet or no, I'm not getting involved with that. Yeah, so you can see ROI was 18% in a matter of minutes here. So yeah, it was a great trade. Now we're just playing a little bit of poker before we end the stream today. I will be streaming again tomorrow here on Crypto News, guys. As we said, 2 streams a week now. So yeah, doing some poker, doing some trading, doing some good stuff. So make sure you turn the notification bell on, and you won't miss one of our streams here. I'm going to 3-bet into these guys. A bit more than a 3-bet because he raised. These guys are raising really weird. Let's see. I did not hit, but I will raise. There we go, takes it down, nice to see. Position. Yeah guys, that's gonna be it from me. It was good fun today. We're up. We made money trading. We made money playing poker. It's all good. We're growing this account. I love to see it. You can see Bitcoin has rebounded very aggressively from our take profit, which is great, and that's why we take profit. But yeah, good fun today, guys. Do appreciate it. Drop a little like on your way out if you are just watching this back or whatever. But yeah, stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll be streaming as well. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys.